In this episode, we're camping inside of this century-old abandoned bridge. Here we are, about to try and overnight this railroad bridge, also known as a viaduct. How you doing? You didn't fall, did you?
No.
Water? Yeah, I'm gonna try to camp on this thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
I think this viaduct was constructed in 1908, and at the time it was the largest reinforced concrete structure in the world. Hasn't been in use for 3 decades though, so I'm not sure who owns it, but I think we kind of need to be a little bit stealthy here. Got about an hour and a half until sunset. First thing we got to do is try to find a spot to camp. There's a chance of rain, and also just for a stealth factor, I do not want to be on top of the bridge. You'll see in a sec there's like a little tunnel system down there, but it might be a challenge to find a flat spot. Straight down 60 feet. Looks like someone was having a bit of fun up here. Maybe I don't have to be so stealthy after all. I'm gonna try to climb down now. Need to be really careful with this pack I got on. Carrying a lot of weight. I cannot let go of this ladder. I don't know if you guys can see how much that ladder is shaking. No point in taking any chances. That ladder felt a little shaky, so we're gonna try a different one. Looks like we got another manhole here. Let's check this one out. That one's feeling kind of shaky too. Let's try another one. Oh yeah, now look at that. That feels rock solid. My backpack just barely is fitting down here. Whew. Oh. It's so tight, I'm basically squeezing down here right now. Wow. Okay. That is a big drop. Wow. Here we are. As I get in here, it immediately feels a lot cooler. Probably like 10 to 15 degrees cooler than outside. Wow. This is sweet, man. It's quite an angle, though. Gonna keep searching for a flat spot here. Wow, this gets really low here. Crawl through. Goodness. This is looking about as flat as it's gonna get without it getting too uncomfortable. Because if we go through this hole right here, it's a little bit flatter, but the ceiling's a lot lower. I think we're gonna set up camp right here. As you can see, there's not a lot of headroom here. Those of you who follow the channel and have a keen eye, you might be able to tell that we are no longer on the West Coast. Actually had the opportunity to do a little road trip and do some house sitting with my mom and fur brother. So we booked it from the West Coast to the East. It was almost a week of driving 8 to 12 hours every day. That was really a big road trip. So I'm gonna be house sitting for the next couple weeks. Still trying to get out there and record some episodes in the meantime. But once I'm done, we are getting on the road and we are gonna explore this country. Got a lot of ideas in store. We're gonna be driving thousands of miles, camping in tons of different places. I am excited. So if you know of any cool spots around the country, let me know, because I'm trying to camp anywhere. This angle's really not bad. I think it'll be pretty cozy in here. Tried to set up my tent closer to the top end of this slant, just because overnight I'll probably gradually slide down that way. And then also, we got someone's home right there, so I think we're just out of sight as you come back here. This is pretty cool, almost like stalactites formed. I was this close to bringing a fishing rod here, but just with the stealth factor and having to cast a line 60 feet down, I just did not think it was a good idea. But who knows, maybe I'll be back. Got some more homes down on this side. Also, you can see we're right by Interstate 80. Nice to get to hang out and relax in here, but I'm starting to think, like, how awkward would that be if I had a visitor come through here? I'm hoping no one comes across us tonight. For dinner, I brought a Santa Fe style salad and some Skyline chili. This is some great chili from Cincinnati, so when in Ohio, make sure you check out the restaurant. But when you're not in Ohio, at least you can still take a can to go. We're gonna do exactly what they do when you go in person and order it. Add a whole pile of cheese. Now, you saw me put all that cheese in there, but that melted real fast. It is in there though. Gonna finish it off with a little bit of hot sauce. That is about as good as chili gets right there. And for dessert, I packed a few walnut kiffles. These are Eastern European pastries that are readily available on the East Coast. I want to thank my grandparents who I'm house sitting for picking these up for me. So good. Good night. Good morning. Slept pretty well here in this bridge. The sounds of the water, the freeway, pretty good white noise to have in the background. And really not a bad angle to sleep at, it was pretty good. About an hour after I went to sleep though, I woke up and my sleeping pad was almost completely deflated. So I broke out my patch kit, which I always carry around, was feeling around for the leak, and I managed to find a little bit of a tear right there at the edge. So I put on one of these temporary patches. Didn't deflate quite as quickly, but still deflated. Somehow I still managed to sleep okay. I've actually heard it's good to sleep on hard surfaces sometimes, so I guess I had that going for me last night. Really cool to wake up here, have a nice sunny morning. It's just gorgeous out here. Those of you that keep up to date with the channel, I want to say thank you for your patience on this one. I know it's been a few weeks, but this is just the beginning. I am so excited for this road trip. We're going to be in some really cool spots, have some amazing scenery, going on some adventures that you and I will never forget. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe. Good to go. That was really something else. Well, until the next one.